What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the PieJ Podcast episode 3. I am here today with two special guests. You've seen them in both the other ones. We have Zelinator and Zealot for Christ. Insert
Hello, everybody.
pause here. Great. Um, yeah, so we're back with another podcast. I know that I haven't recorded a podcast according to the schedule I set out for myself, and that is actually not because I'm lazy. Fun fact. Any of you were kind of slack off. It's actually because I want to take this podcast in a specific direction, and I don't want to keep doing it over Discord calls, or at least limit Discord calls as much as possible. If I want my channel to prosper, I would rather get a new microphone and start doing the podcast in person with my guests. However, special guests that can't really make it in person with me, those will be over podcast, such as Alex or others that I can't be in the same room with all the time. But I'm trying to slow the podcast down a bit until I can get a new microphone, so that's why the episodes haven't been as consistent. But that being said, the podcasts are also going to be getting a bit of a new segment thrown in, starting with this episode, and hopefully to go with the rest of the episodes. This week we are starting with This Week I. It's a new segment that I want to start doing in the podcast, and yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. We're going to be talking about what we did this week, see if we've accomplished anything, if we have anything we want to do next week. Um, yeah, so I don't know how to structure it, if we should take turns or if we should all kind of talk together. But yeah, what have you guys done this week? Any cool things done? Any goals set? What's going
Goals
on with you guys?
set. Goals set. That's not a this week I did thing. I mean, that's like
Well, I mean, goals that you had
this
set
week,
and that you might have
I'm
accomplished
looking
or not.
forward to next week. Hey.
But I've only been towards previous goals.
Okay.
So have you
Well,
done
then
anything?
let's talk about then just the simple. What have we done this week? It can be anything from eating a cool food to doing a project to going somewhere. What have we done this week? I personally made a stop motion for my class. I made a stop motion that involved 60 pictures, and it was only 5 frickin' seconds.
It was horrendous.
It was weird looking. It was scary.
Considering the character you made was destroyed.
Yeah, I made this character that is popping up on screen right now. His name is Clyde. He's just a red ball. And he was only a red ball for all of my other animations, but we had to make a physical stop motion that involved body parts. So I had to give my character a body, which looks like this. And yeah, it did not look pretty, the animation. It looked kind of creepy, but I mean, it is what it is. That's something I did this week that I thought was cool. What about you guys?
So is that only 12 frames a second?
12 frames a second, exactly.
That's half the cinematic standard of 24.
I know, it's really sad. It's yeah,
Let me.
yeah. Have you guys worked on anything this week? Homework or fun projects or anything?
This week I did 2 assignments, I guess. I mean, I also bought a pie. Now I'm halfway through that pie. It's only been like 8 hours.
Is it a good pie?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm officially 330 now. I was like 370 when I left for college.
That's something. That's a new thing you found out this week. Great.
Yeah, I'm thinner than I was, so that's cool.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, by the way, everybody, me and Isaac are back home for Thanksgiving. That's another thing we're doing this week. We're back home because Thanksgiving is next week, and that's why we're home. So that's why my background is not as cool with the blue lights and everything. It's my crappy old wall that I used to use for my old videos.
And you still
And
use the
also
front darts at.
dartboards.
Yeah, now it's even worse than it used to be because I use this for my dartboard right here, which has just annihilated my wall. So, but yeah, that's us. Alex, any projects this week?
Yes, I'm
What have you worked on?
slowly making a lot of progress on my Ultimate Zelinator collection.
Ultimate Zelinator collection.
So, as you know, YouTube's not becoming a good place. We'll get to that later. So I've been going ham on putting a whole bunch of my series onto Blu-ray. So a few weeks ago, I
Is
bought.
that why you started?
No, that's not the reason.
Oh, just very convenient timing.
Yeah. So I bought this 80 disc album, and I've been using a stack of Blu-rays that I've only recently got to. I bought them last year because I wanted to put BCS News on Blu-ray way back then. I just didn't have the software. But now that I do, I am finally making good use of that stack of Blu-rays, and I've been putting Minecraft Legacy, Minecraft Nostalgia, Piecraft Syndicate Season 1 and 2, and my previous BCS News discs already onto Blu-ray. So that's a big thing that I'm working towards.
That's cool. Yeah, you've been telling me a little bit about it, and it sounds like I'm long-winded but fun process.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoy it. The quality, um, as I just stated, the cinematic standard is 24 FPS, but most of
Hmm.
these videos were recorded in either in 30 or 60,
Oh,
so they don't look as nice being put on the blue screen
yeah,
or the big screen.
putting them on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
but
they're good memories. It's quality. No, it's not quality.
Yeah,
It's we'll call it quantity over quality for those
yeah, this is
videos.
definitely quantity.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's cool.
the only problem is I'm running out of discs. I have like 7 more,
Have
and
you
that's
been buying discs? Is that what you've been doing?
no. I bought a stack of 25 last year, so I
Oh,
used one for my copy of news, one for your copy of news, and then the rest have been um my Minecraft videos. So
gotcha.
when I run out, I'm gonna buy a whole nother stack of 50 because 25 plus 50 is 75, and this album holds 80. So if I want to efficiently fill it up, I would buy 50 this time.
Gotcha.
Let's see, anything y'all want to add?
Uh, not much. I've been working hard on getting animation processes done and a lot of drawing in my major. Animation, graphic design with an emphasis on animation per. But yeah, I don't know. That's about it for me. I haven't done much else, I don't think. Um, but yeah, I mean, what about you guys? Any last things about this week mention?
Let's,
nah, should be fine.
uh, I have 3 more weeks of school, and then I'm done for the rest of my life.
But that's your working job. Jeez, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
this is already my job. I'm gonna be sad because I'm really close to getting the Valve Index, but
hmm,
then Half-Life Alyx was announced on Thursday,
that's right. Yep. Hmm.
so
That's another thing I think I might do. And if you guys are watching, leave suggestions for what my second segment should be in my upcoming videos. I want the future podcast to have 3 segments. The main topic we talk about will be the last topic. We're having This Week every episode at the beginning, and maybe we'll have like just random things that are going on in the world today for the second. But leave your ideas in the comments. Those who actually do feel like commenting some kind of subject we could talk about for my second segment.
yeah,
But
Half-Life in VR can be its
Lol.
own thing. 'Cause there's a
yeah,
lot. Yeah.
um,
Lol.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff being announced recently.
Yep.
uh,
So what's
Disney Plus
Half
came
Life?
out.
What's Half Life?
Yep.
What's Half Life, Alex?
Another Half-Life game.
It's
Yeah.
another. They're releasing another one, and
16-hour
and
full
it's
length.
about the main love interest.
It is a prequel to Half-Life
To
2. It takes place between 1
oh,
and 2. It's a
that's
full
not
length
that's
16
not gonna be
hour
great. I mean, it might be great. I mean, Alex had the gravity gun before Gordon did, so it might actually be
I
really
wouldn't
fun.
know. I don't know anything about that game. I tried
Well,
playing it.
it's VR
But
only.
Oh,
it's VR only?
oh,
Yes, that's
Of
what I was
course it
saying.
is.
I'm saving up for the Valve Index. I just need, $1,000. I'm just at like
Wow.
bordering 7 something.
well, it's
Hmm.
more money than I've ever seen in one moment in time. So,
That's
Wow.
100 shy of my first computer.
Yeah, they also released Disney Plus. You
Yeah.
guys
Yes,
have
I've
any
seen
thoughts
that.
about that?
oh, Mandalorian's great. Baby Yoda, 10 out of
It's
10.
not for me. I'm not a big Disney person.
No?
Well, I'm not a big watching person in
Yeah.
general.
Uh
I'm a
so do
video
you do
game.
you do you like Netflix, or do you um actually you don't, yeah, you are not really that much of a watcher, are you? You don't use
No.
YouTube that much for watching
Other than
YouTube.
School Live. Well, and even Netflix doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Not realizing how much you don't actually watch in like completely compared to what you work. You're like always working.
Yeah.
I know that's a good trait though. Definitely more than me. There's been many a times where I've just laid down on my bed, just freaking half naked and watching Walking Dead while eating uh candy.
Nah, if I'm gonna stare at a screen, I want to be doing something. I want to be interacting with it. That's why I play games.
Makes
I
sense.
mean,
No, I get that.
I like video games, but eh, I also like shows. So
Well, do you guys have any plans for next week or the upcoming weeks?
maybe one
What's
day Elaine will tell me if she wants to date or not.
Well, that's going in the podcast, so
Yeah, well,
maybe she should subscribe to this channel so
I
she can.
already, well,
subscribe to
she
me
might have.
anymore?
There's a chance. uh, but yeah, nah, like I've been wanting to date her, and she knows that. So when she ever tells me yes or no, I'll definitely be somewhat in progress.
Yeah. Any future plans, Alex?
More Blu-rays. Um, Hold on, let me look at my Amazon wish list because that might give me an idea. Um, oh,
Yeah.
well, this is kind of random, but I want to put the original release of Independence on this like super small 210 megabyte pocket CD, and I've already set up the files so that you just need to click the install button and it's able to extract and install the original release.
I
Gotcha.
I just I wanna wait. I'm still waiting until it's like a full fledged game to play it because
That's fine.
I want to see the end product.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making any future videos on Independence till the release, but I'm usually more of your gamer for updates on things like One Man Army and When Bad Things Arrive. But Independence, there will be one day on, well, maybe maybe on my channel, depending on the future of YouTube.
More
Probably on
likely.
Twitch now that I think about it. But yeah, there will one day on some platform be a playthrough of Alex's Independence game. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm taking my time because I need it to be the greatest game I'm probably ever going to make.
yeah, that makes sense. Gotta take your time.
Well, if you become a video game maker, then like you might be really proud of future projects.
That is true. But I want to focus on Independence being my defining game.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the big one I'm pushing towards on everything for the past
Yeah, but
3 years I've been working on it.
Valve didn't start with Half-Life, did they?
I think so.
They did? Oh, okay. Well,
The original alpha back from 97.
yeah.
Um, I set a time watch or something. I know how long.
Look at
Oops.
OBS.
I don't have two screens, so and I have Discord full screened for the cameras, so I
Oh,
can't.
But
Sadly.
also, in other news, I came home and on my bed there was a thing that looked like one of my dog's claws on it, but also he doesn't have any missing ones. So do they like lose toenails or something? No, I mean, do they like come back though? Cuz like he's not missing
Yeah,
any.
toenails come back.
All nails come back.
Yeah, but like do they like lose it and then have one underneath that like grows out like while it happens? Cuz
Are you saying there's just freaking skin
no, I
and
mean
fur,
on my
and there's
bed there was a thing that looked like one of his claws, but he has all of his
y-
claws accounted for.
yeah, it probably ripped off because it got too long, just like any nail on any human being or dog
Okay, so
or cat for that matter.
dogs and cats definitely do that then.
Yes, it's a common trait for nails.
Excuse me, sharks lose like 20 pairs of teeth. So if you want
Those are
me,
teeth.
yes,
We're
but
talking about nails here.
humans only lose two. Okay, but the thing is that biological factors
But
do
you're
not
not talking
correlate
about
for
teeth.
all of everything. I don't, at least I'm not completely sure of it until someone tells me yes or no on it. So, and
Well, we're telling you, yes, they grow back.
well, you aren't exactly an expert, so
Then why did you ask us?
It doesn't
because
stay short forever.
because I didn't know your basis was going to be off of, hey, my nails grow back, so
My basis wasn't. That was Alex's, and I just agreed with him. My basis is I've gone to the vet and had them trimmed physically off
yeah, but
because
trimmed,
they
do
got.
they fall off though?
That's what I was trying to ask you. When you
That's
found
the
the nail, was
natural
it a
way.
full
It
nail?
was like
Like,
a full nail, like it was like the whole flipping thing, like the size of his regular nails.
I don't know. You're gonna have to look that one up for yourself. And if anybody knows, you can go ahead and comment on the video, and maybe I'll get to answer in the next podcast. But for me, I don't have many future plans. One, I do have. It's not really set to a specific week, but I do have plans of. At the beginning of the year, I stated that I wanted to make 100 videos um, by the end of the year. The year before, prior to this, 2018, my goal was 50 videos, and I hit that mark with, I believe, 64 or 62 to 64 videos. Um, this year, I wasn't for a while. I wasn't planning on actually hitting that milestone because I didn't think I was making enough content or had enough content to hit it. But recently, with how much live streaming I've been doing in general, I believe I've summed up all the videos I've done on Twitch, PieJ Podcast, and PieMasterJ, and I have made about 81 or 82 videos. Probably 83 now, actually, because I did a jet car stunts yesterday.
Are you
Um,
including the ones like that you made for other people, or
no,
just
I'm only including clips for my Twitch, my PieMasterJ main, and my PieJ Podcast.
okay?
Now, if anybody does go back and do the math for me, know that I also accumulated this. I did not count when live streams had to break on the internet and I had to split them up into two parts. If a live stream I had in the past was split into two parts, I counted that as one video. And still, I believe that it is about 83 videos that I've done this year. So I'm planning on doing a lot more live streaming and hopefully getting up to 100 by the end of the year. But spoiler warning, I'll make a video about this later, like I did last year for this year. But spoiler warning, if anybody watches this video first, I am not setting that high of a goal for next year because very soon here on the channel,
Hmm.
there's two problems. One, I'm not going to have as many games to play because I'm stopping gaming altogether on the channel for PieMasterJ soon. Also,
That's why you're right.
another reason why I might not do it is because of our main topic today.
Wait, hold
And
up, sorry.
segue.
Y'all gotta hold. Excuse
Oh,
me.
hold.
Piecraft Syndicate? You know
Piecraft
how many
Syndicate.
systems we
Okay,
have playing?
I never said
okay. If
anything.
I forgot to
You
say
did.
that, Piecraft Syndicate will most likely be the only gaming on my channel
Alright.
On YouTube or on Twitch?
on YouTube. It will. I may stream it possibly to Twitch but all edited episodes that are canon to the story and lore will be on YouTube. Again, also depending on our next topic, which we will get to in just a second. But also, I wanted to ask a question of Isaac. Could you possibly move your mic a little bit away from your headset again? I've been hearing my voice for a long test. Nope, still didn't work. All right, it's still broken. That's fine. All right, well,
Well,
if
I
you
don't know how
guys
to
do
fix
hear
that.
that echo of me, just ignore it. Be a man. Grow up hair. It's fine. Anyway,
I might just have to turn
And
on
what
Twitch to
about the
talk.
people who are watching this who are not men?
what do you want me to say, Alex?
I don't know.
Grow a
Ooh,
grow a
no.
rack. How about that? That work?
I mean, it can't technically be children crime sentence anymore, can it? Segue.
Segue indeed. So, our main topic today that we wanted to talk about is COPPA, or is it pronounced COPPA? I think it's COPPA. I've heard a couple people say COPPA,
Say the
but
full name.
I believe it's Child Online
Protection Act, most likely.
Protection
Act.
something.
No, there's two P's.
Is it
Privacy
two P?
Protection Act.
Privacy Protection Act. Yeah.
Right.
This is a new law that is being passed on January 1st of 2020, and it will be affecting all online content. But the reason we're probably talking about it today on the channel, as well as a lot of channels on YouTube recently, it's probably going to affect jobs for millions, and this is why. So, for those who do not have a base understanding of this act that is being placed, here's the main gist of it. YouTube was fined $170 million because they were kind of slipping around this act that the COPPA that the FTC had put in place back in 1998, I believe. And because they have kind of been slipping through it, they got fined. And the way they've got slipped through it is you're supposed to be YouTube, the platform, you have to be 13 years and older in order to actually use this site. If not, you are not allowed to have it because it is not meant for children. That's why they have YouTube Kids, the app, and the website. Now, obviously, not everybody was going to abide by this law. There are literally 7 billion people on the earth, a lot of screaming children who want to watch Markiplier videos, and a lot of parents who don't feel like worrying about their complaining. So, a lot of kids have been watching YouTube, the regular site that is only supposed to be 13 years and older, and in a way, YouTube actually knew that this was going on and didn't do anything about it. And because of that, the FTC has finally put in a fine because they're basically breaking the law and fined them $170 million and required that there be some changes to the rules and regulations of the COPPA. So, YouTube paid the fine, as far as I'm aware, and are now changing a lot of their terms of service of the site. Basically, meaning that they're trying to make it more child-friendly, adequate. They're putting in a new system where basically you can set your channel settings or your video settings, or both, to be either child-friendly or not child-friendly. There's a lot that goes into this. But before we get into all the little nitty gritty details, what are your guys' thoughts on what has been said so far? What do you think about the fact that YouTube got fined? We're disobeying the rules about the action. What do you think about the ages of the children? About the FTC? What do you think about the facts so far?
I looked up the number of how many people actually make a living off YouTube, and they estimate about 1.4 million.
1.4 million people
Yeah.
about make a living.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Alex? Any thoughts?
Well, I'm sure YouTube had a lot of things coming for it. It's hard to say how much longer it's going to last. This probably just
Yeah.
decreased the lifespan by a lot.
hmm Yeah, that's something I'm kind of scared of. I have a funny feeling YouTube, because of this, if there isn't a fair, we'll get to why it isn't fair, people, but if they don't find a way to work with the law, the YouTubers, and YouTube itself and make a fair outcome for all of us, then I don't think YouTube is going to last much longer. That's my personal opinion. It will still be a running platform, but it will not be the, you know, creator, online creator platform that it is today. Um, that being said, there are some issues, and these are like, this is why there are actual issues with all these YouTubers that some of you may have seen or heard of. This is what's going on. Because all these new regulations are put in place. Like I stated, you have to say if your channel is it's a echo. Anyway, no, I'm not trying to get mad at you, but have you? Oh, so it's not your mic. Yeah,
Oh, really?
not your. No, it's not your mic. I could still hear
What
myself.
kind
Well,
of
now it's
feedback?
fine. Well, while I can talk without. Oh, there I am. Okay. Anyway, so here are some of the reasons why people are getting frustrated. If you mark yourself as a child-friendly channel, then a lot of reasons that people are getting frustrated and annoyed is because there are certain things that are going to be taken away from your channel status, which makes the lives of so many people broken. If you change your settings to child friendly, you lose things such as comments, end cards, the ability for your fans to save and watch videos later, and or add them to playlists. You also lose, I believe, recommended, uh, like your channel being able to get into recommended statuses for other people to see if they like that kind of content. Um, but the big one that's scaring everybody is because even if people wanted to live without comments and liking and all that kind of stuff, one of the things that people are really scared about is that on YouTube, the way that YouTubers are paid, if monetized, is they get paid by two different types of ads. One is just a regular type of ad, and one is a personalized ad based on the viewer's online search history,
The
et cetera, et
demographics.
cetera. Yeah, the demographics that they are interested in, videos, uh, products, anything like that. Those personalized ads are how YouTubers are capable of making, I've heard at the lowest 60 to the highest 90% of their ad revenue.
6290.
So
It's a weird estimate.
yeah, so 60 to 90, you know, income, like percent of income. And so people are getting very frustrated because if this law is passed and they have to set their channel to child-friendly content, they're going to be losing up to 90% of their actual income, which a lot of people use this platform to actually pay for rent and school and families and everything. Um, that being said, you are also allowed to set your channel as not child friendly. There are some backfires with this, however. Um, you are allowed to do that, but if you do that, and whether it be that you market purposefully wrong because you want the more income, or whether it be that you accidentally marked it as not child friendly when the FTC or YouTube could see it as child friendly, you're now, as a creator, for every individual, it seems like, are at the risk of a fine of $42,000.
Up to. I
Up
think
to
that's the
42. It's
maximum.
not necessarily $42,000, but yes, you can be fined up to $42,000 per video. So at possibly thousands of dollars every video that you accidentally or purposefully mark incorrectly for this new system, which sucks because the reason that that is such a hard topic for so many YouTubers I've heard is that, and I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot, everybody, the viewers and you guys, but there's a lot of information that needs to be said so that we can talk about it. The reason that this is such a hard choice to make, and why it's such a sensitive area, is because of the actual rules that have been given out for what is considered child friendly or child. I can't remember the word, but
Well, actually, that's not technically true. It's not the fact that there are rules; it's the fact that there aren't any. Like,
no. Well, they have a list of things that can associate themselves to child friendly content, and the list is actually much bigger than I have recently thought it was.
where'd
I
you find the
recently
list?
watched a woman who is in fear of losing her channel because of this showed the list itself and some of the things and read them off one by one. I won't be able to recite all of them. I encourage you to all look it up yourselves, and if I can find it in editing, I'll pop it up right here. If not, here's some of the ones I remember. I know that you can't have anything that regards any characters, anything that regards anything like music or pop culture that people can relate to children enjoying. There's also been some new things that I saw on the list that actually include colors. Like some colors are associated with children apparently, or I don't know how they define that, but colors was on the list. So like,
Okay, but did she make the list or did the FTC?
no, she did not make the list. She pulled up the list on the video. There's a whole bunch of things that like
Where did
are
she
this
get the
this
list?
really. Oh, she looked it up. I guess I don't know
It's not from
because
that. Oh, whatever.
but maybe it's not from the FTC. It could be that it's a YouTube thing. Either way, for YouTubers, these are the rules that you have to abide by, and it's not fair because um, so many people make things like that along those lines. People like one of the ones that I common reference for this problem is Brian Hull. If you remember, he was the man who made the Let It Go parody with all the different Disney voices. It was a very viral video years back. He's been still doing YouTube, and he's been doing kind of the same content, but now, oh, voices, that's another one. Voices is actually something that is flagged now as potential child content. So, if you put some of the things I've already said, voices, music, characters, all of those things can flag his channel as child-friendly content. So he's not stupid. He's already talked about the fact that he's going to have to set his channel as child-friendly because he literally doesn't make anything that isn't child-friendly. But now he's actually having to get another physical job because he can't afford rent potentially with this new income change. So he's currently looking for more jobs, more actual real world jobs when his current job was an online creator. All that being said, that's kind of why a lot of people are freaking out. That if people mark their videos incorrectly, even if they see it that way, and the FTC or YouTube does not, they're in risk of thousands of dollars being put onto their bank accounts that they were not expecting, or you lose income and community through being a child-friendly labeled channel. All that being said, I've talked a lot. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on it, the rules, what you think of other people, and what you think of how they're handling it, and if it will affect you. Oh, this is the fact I wanted to tell you guys before we started, and for everybody at home. Looked it up. Apparently, this also will affect non-monetized channels. So even if you are not monetized on YouTube, you have to actually flag yourself as child-friendly or not. And even if you're not monetized, if you flag a video as not friendly, child friendly, and it is, even you are in risk of $42,000
What happens if you mark it
up
as
to.
child friendly and it's not?
It's the same thing. It's still disobeying the law, but everybody only talks about the fact. Everybody that I've seen so far has only talked about flagging it the wrong way that way. But no matter what, if you are in suspicion of flagging your video incorrectly or your channel incorrectly, you're at risk of that.
Hmm.
Um,
That's annoying.
So yeah, go. What are your guys' thoughts? I want to hear from you guys now. Go ahead.
If I disappear, you know why.
Oh
You know how
crap!
many Minecraft videos I have?
Yeah, yeah. Ew, it's video games is another one on that list. This is a very scary time.
Okay, but what's the rating of Minecraft? Is it rated E for everyone or like 10? Well, even then, I mean, it'd have to be
I
rated
think it depends on
mature.
the platform.
Yeah, but it has to be rated mature in order to actually like be something that people. Oh, that's
I
annoying.
guarantee it's not mature.
I know, but that's the thing. The rated M ones would be the only ones that would be able to do something about it.
Well, if you're too mature, you get demonetized. So there's no point to that either.
Okay, well, why is this all happening now? That's my question. Like,
Because it had all of this happened because the FTC had finally gathered enough evidence that YouTube was cheating the system. Um,
Well, how long it take
like,
them? 8 years?
and I think they had suspicions, but again, right now is when they actually had enough evidence. I heard that this is actually back in September when this
Yeah,
actually was passed,
yeah.
um, or when the fine was made. But things like, I don't know if you've heard about this, Alex, but I know Isaac heard it. YouTube has made comments on whatever platform you pick, probably Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Comments like YouTube is one of the best platforms for kids 6 and up, even though
Yes,
the
I first
rules.
heard
Oh, YouTube, what are you doing?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
this is why Markiplier on that stream, all those people had their accounts suspended and whatnot because all the peeps at YouTube were too busy dealing with all this stuff.
yeah, very true. Hmm. Uh, and not to say that this is all YouTube's fault. Like, they're a big part.
Technically.
They're a big freaking part because they've been disobeying the literal law. But
But they shouldn't be able to sue individual creators for this crap.
yeah, it's not the creators on YouTube's fault. There should be some form of outcome that can be seen as like the FTC does not understand this culture and this demographic that is being put in place.
I just don't
You
get
know,
how it's legal to sue people individually because they say they're creators, and I get that, but they're also not the ones who monetize the video, who create monetization or like create like ad revenue that they suspend to other people. It's like YouTube does all that. By all definitions, they made their horse. Now they just have to be the ones held responsible for its health. Like,
well, yes, but the rules aren't just changing on YouTube. Like they're not just changing the rules on YouTube's terms of service. The rules of terms and service are still 13 and up. They're just putting more precaution in place. The actual rules that are changing are in the COPPA.
yeah,
Um,
in the FTC, but the FTC is
and
threatening
that
to sue
this is
individuals.
YouTube's way of trying to abide by those rules because since those rules on the FTC are so specific, this is YouTube trying to make a way for creators to abide by those laws. But obviously, it's not helpful.
But
It's
also,
actually worse.
have you not heard that the FTC? Okay, but you were there when they said like they're threatening to sue specific people, not YouTube people, like
Yes,
individual
not
creators.
sue, but fine them.
Yeah,
Yes, because they're the ones also disobeying the law by incorrectly. They're, the thing that I'm not saying it's right, but the FTC sees it as we're being given an option to flag our material one way or the other. So if we are to incorrectly flag it, they're seeing it as us not obeying the law, which means individual creators in their eyes are capable and allowed to be fined as well, just as well as YouTube is. Because YouTube is a channel in and of themselves. They're multiple channels. Um, what about you, Alex? Any thoughts? Because there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think not much more that I can say on the specific reasoning why, because I think you did a good explanation. It seems consistent from what I've been hearing and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about us? I mean, we're kind of the YouTube trio together for our channels. Um, how's this affecting us, guys? Because we are demonetized, but as I stated, we're still at risk of these rules.
Okay, well,
42,000 up to 42,000 fines.
y'all weren't demonetized because you were never monetized in the first place. I
yes,
was
but
Yes.
that's not the
demonetized.
problem. We can
Yeah, I
still be
know.
Yes.
feed if they
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, I know.
This is hard because
It's worse than
we
student
do
loans. It's honestly worse than
it
student loans.
is. It's yeah. Nobody obviously knows how drastic they're going to be on making us abide by these rules. Nobody knows like how intense these rules are going to be put in place, but with all the talk that's been happening and how scared YouTube looks right now, like a dog with his tail between his legs, it kind of seems like it's going to be this legit thing that we need to worry about. Um,
Yeah, I know. I was worrying since it first popped up earlier this week. for
See,
me.
oh god, I wish I would have been more stressed because I knew about it.
I
Like,
sent you that
I,
text like
yeah,
that was when I started for me.
but I haven't been realizing how drastic it is. I've been hearing about this since literally like a month ago because I saw I saw a podcast where Mark actually talked about the fact that he was one of the beta testers for this new system and he tried it out. Um, and the system was broken at the time, but it was also in its beta form, so that's not important. But he was talking about how there was going to be this new uh, type of system put in place for YouTube where we have to mark our content as child friendly or not, and that was it. And I didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but it doesn't seem that bad. Now all this new information is coming out about like, you know, $170 million fines and $42,000 fines for individual creators, individual videos, and the fact that it can happen to non-monetized channels. So we're in trouble. One of our
But even
biggest things
then,
that we're in trouble
there are
for is
so many non-titles that literally, if they were going to do that, A, you could start funding literally any government program, but also B, you would affect so many people and put so many people in debt that it would literally piss off everyone. Like it would
I
literally
know.
piss off everyone.
There's
Like
definitely like based on how many people are going to be affected by this, how many people are already speaking their voice. There's definitely going to be like changes to the rules, but it also doesn't seem like there's going to be enough to still fix the problem in my eyes.
revolution.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the obvious problem here
All right.
with our channels. What are we doing about Piecraft Syndicate?
Eh,
Because let's talk about
Twitch.
this. We haven't talked too technically about Piecraft Syndicate, but this is PieJ Podcast, so I'll allow us to talk non-canonly about this story.
That's fine.
Piecraft Syndicate is a Minecraft YouTube series that we have all done on each one of our channels, which followed us starting a world in 2017?
17. Episode
2017,
1 we recorded April 30th,
April 30th.
2017
Gotcha.
at like 7 something p.m.
Put those videos up, and it was just a channel or a couple channel videos where we just had fun playing Minecraft together. It's now evolved into what we like to do with different seasons, and we've been adding more story to every single season. In fact, we have a whole Google Doc of more stories that we have planned for that series.
Y'all should look at it. I updated it recently.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it soon. But um, now that being said, since we're adding more story to it, our character or ourselves have literally become in and of themselves characters. They are now in a story that are child friendly. There is no cussing. The most that I think I've seen happen recently is damn, and that has happened in the literally the last episode by Isaac, you sinner.
hey, 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 hey,
I
hey,
feel I
Either
hey.
was
way,
rewatching one of the previous episodes. Isaac said something else, nothing big. I don't remember what it
nothing big.
was. But then he corrected himself because that was,
Mm.
a while ago. So
Well, so
anyways, keep going.
so technically, we've been trying to make that series pretty much family friendly, not child friendly. Let's get something straight. I don't think any one of us would agree. I think no, I'm sorry. I think all of us would agree that all of our channels are not made for kids.
I mean, my description and introduction.
You cut out. What'd you say?
My introduction and my introduction video said so that it was like not
Yeah.
made to be child friendly.
I mean,
But
wouldn't you agree, Alex? Like,
unfortunately,
we're not making content for children.
called it a
Yes, I
haven for
But that's
people
the problem with
in
this new law that's being set in stone is they're saying that things that can relate to children, things that would catch a child's eye, which is not fair because we're literally just telling a family-friendly story about Minecraft characters who put on Halloween costumes and go through portals and make structures where they breed a bunch of freaking chickens and have a pet named Biff. Black to the Future, White Shadow, Shadowfax. Is
Butterball.
that what his name? Butterball.
Shadowfax, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, White
there's
Shadow.
all these different characters and stuff that we've been creating and adding lore to. We've actually made lore, like backstory for all these characters, which means we are now in violation of COPPA.
As long as Minecraft is one of the big ones, which it most
Yeah,
likely is.
even if you didn't want to count Minecraft,
Okay,
in and of itself is
but
now
they
going to be demonetized completely on YouTube.
but also that's if like they decide to go with like, because right now the ball's in Coppa's court. Like they could decide to be really stickler about it and be like, "Oh, you have Minecraft? Well, you're out." Well,
Yeah,
also like people could go into the videos and watch them, and I mean it has to be settled with civil suits, right? Like they're not gonna just flat out fine people. There has to be like people have to go to court for civil suits. So like
that is something that YouTube has said. YouTube has come out saying in one of their previous videos on the YouTube creator channels that if you are a creator, whether small, big, monetized or not, if you have any problems with this, YouTube is not allowed to help you legally. So
They
they
tell you
have,
get a lawyer.
yeah, they've literally said you need to get yourself a lawyer because we can't help you in this part of the deal. This is not our game to play. This is the FTC's. So if any of you need help with your channel and need to know what you're going to do,
pay
get a
money to get a
lawyer.
lawyer. Because
As
guess
for
what?
us, there's no way
Uh,
on earth that the videos we create are even worth getting lawyers for, which is why it's also kind of a sucky situation for us. And why we're probably most likely just going to have to abide by the rule, I would imagine, for you guys. But I don't know because my content is also different than your guys' content. It's a little more similar to Isaac's, but I
my
mean,
less constantly uploaded.
my content is not just gaming. In fact, I'm not going to be doing gaming much longer. Minecraft Syndicate, I could live with calling that child-friendly content if I had to. Yeah, if I ever did make money off YouTube one day,
But
I
even
wouldn't get
then,
as much money from
would
it.
you be considered breaking the law because there's certain aspects of Minecraft Syndicate that aren't made for kids?
That's what the FTC has not said yet. Like, that's why this is all such a scary territory now for all YouTubers. Like, what am I supposed to
I
call my
just want to
content?
upload videos.
That's
don't
what I'm
wanna be-
thinking, right?
I don't
That's what I
want.
started years ago.
I don't want to do it to make money. I don't even care if I'm on.
I don't.
But I
Currently,
don't
I'm the
want to
same
be
way.
sued or lawsuited or like fined for putting something on something and not getting any money for it. I just
It's not fair. It's
such
like
garbage.
it is
Ugh.
garbage. Like, I didn't start YouTube to make money. I wanted it to be a job, but I didn't expect it to pay off immediately. And all these years, I've only just recently hit 100 subscribers. Thank you, everybody who subscribed, by the way. But just recently, I've hit 100 subscribers, and I'm trying to take videos to a cooler place, but I still don't expect to get paid by it anytime soon. I'm just doing this crap for fun.
Yeah.
It's just a way for me to document my life and what I do and make stories like Minecraft Syndicate because I have these creative ideas that I want to share.
How is a court case going to go with this? I mean, a judge has to
Oh,
listen to like
it's gonna be awful, man.
persecutors
Because
by the
nobody
government.
gets this.
It's going to be
You know,
like
there's been facts given out, Alex, that some of the people who work for the FTC
Don't have
don't even
phones.
have phones.
Yes, I've heard. I
What
laughed at
the
that.
heck? They don't understand what's going on here and how hard our lives are going to be because of this. Like, yes, we don't make as much
just
money,
don't
or
sue
any money,
people.
in fact.
Just tell them to stop, and then this is the law, and anyone
I
else will be arrested. You know, like
I would rather
if they up
if
the ante a bit. I mean,
maybe one change, because I also kind of want to talk about if we were to change something, what would we do? Let's talk about that for a second.
Are you gonna drop
One
an
of
F
my
bomb every video to make sure you're PG-13?
no. I'm not saying how we can abide by the law. I'm saying if we were to give our input on how to make this better or more fair, what would we do?
just
Personally, an
stick
idea
your
I
little
have.
noses out of here. Don't.
Well, no,
Just
I would say
don't do
if they're
anything.
really adamant about making this law actually put it in place, um, maybe instead of actually like fining, individual videos for
Fine
individual
YouTube.
creators. No, don't even fine anybody.
They just find YouTube.
If this is
Do it again.
such a bad thing in their eyes, then delete the video or flag the video or block the video from being viewed by anybody. Like, give the choice of having it on their channel away from the creator instead of putting them in potential debt for the rest of their lives,
Like,
you know?
and their kids' lives, and
Yeah. If you want to do something about these videos, if you think a video is not safe for children, because let's be honest here, yes, the internet is not a safe place for children, but this is
True.
not the way to handle it.
yeah, like
Um,
literally just it's so much crap.
So much going. It's so bad.
Like,
It's
I literally wouldn't mind like legal verification for age. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't care. Just stop freaking with the people who don't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Ay,
It's really hard to judge all this. So just
just want
so back to Pycraft
Ugh.
Syndicate. I mean, yeah, I'm using this on a video, but we do need to genuinely talk. If this law is passed, set in stone, 100%, and all these rules that have been said out loud by all these YouTubers and companies is true,
if
what are we
one
gonna
of-
do?
If one of us gets sued, then the other ones take off the videos from their channel.
No, just set it to private. Well, actually, I was almost
Do
gonna.
we know if private can still be flagged though?
I don't
well,
know.
they
If
wouldn't.
no one can view it,
It's unmonetizable.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the government of all things can
it's not-
force themselves to view
but
a
how,
private.
the only way
It's
the government will
unmonetizable
be able
though.
to watch it is if they go to directly to YouTube to be able to watch.
And not even mentioning
also true.
warrants. Like,
That's true.
because you
Okay,
gotta
well, we
get.
could private all the videos, but do we want to do that? Because then none of the potential audience who could eventually or currently do enjoy Syndicate, none of them would be able to watch it anymore.
You know what? The FTNEC needs to put on some small pants. Ay.
We could set the videos to be child friendly, but
But
the
they're
problem
not.
with
They're
even if
really
you
not.
even if the problem with adding Syndicate to child friendly content, it's not even about the revenue at that point. We're literally losing community stuff for that. We're losing comments, end screens, recommended tabs and sharing tabs and playlists. Like, you wouldn't be able to put it in your own playlist because it's child friendly.
It's not child friendly. It's child oriented. That's the thing.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. We would have to. That's why it's so not fair to have this gray area.
even
for
putting
everybody.
it as child oriented
Yeah.
be in jeopardy because like it's not. It's really not. It's supposed to be for like a lot of
I'm
people,
definitely-
but it's not like for like anyone 13 years or younger. Really?
What are we each individually going to do for our channels?
I might just
let's start
delete
with
my
that.
channel. Literally, there's nothing on it. I mean, other
Technically,
than,
Isaac.
like,
Technically, Isaac.
out of everyone,
channel,
yes.
As long as you stop your gaming,
but I still have a lot of Minecraft
could-
Syndicate on there.
that's
You have 5 episodes.
Yeah,
you could-
but also
you
Skyrim.
could delete your channel, and I don't want you to delete your
Yeah, I don't
channel,
want you to
but
delete
you
it.
could also delete your Pycraft Syndicate or private them, because all of your other videos are talking about controversial topics that children should most
Wouldn't-
likely not
yeah.
watch at 3 years old. You know.
I
So you could mark your channel as not child friendly and just get rid of Pycraft Syndicate, but that is getting rid of Pycraft Syndicate. So that would be your choice, or that's the choice you have. Alex, it's a little harder.
It's hardest for
Um,
me.
delete the channel. Delete.
Yeah,
the-
especially if you do want this to take off. That's why it's a lot more harder for you because
Nah, I think I'm
you
gonna
lose
play the
community.
risk.
You're at risk of losing community. And you're gonna play the risk at a risk of thousands of dollars per video.
I've always been a gambler.
Alex said that you had 5 videos. Those 5 videos are at risk of at least $8,000 each. Each one up to $42,000 each.
Yeah, but the amount of civil lawsuit that is gonna have to go into this, like the fact that they'll find me, a guy with 50 subscribers.
But the thing is, they could also very much argue the fact that you knew the rules that were set in place, and you
Doesn't
just let it
matter.
slide.
Well, yeah, because I'm not letting it slide. I'm very cut
Isaac,
and
did you
clear that
choose to mark your channel or did you mark per video?
I haven't marked anything yet. I haven't had to
Okay.
upload in the last few months.
Okay, so then there'd be more of a problem for you than me because I chose to set my entire channel as not kid friendly.
Oh, well, how do I do that?
You have to go to the new YouTube studio, and
Do you know how many notifications you should have been getting for this? It's been everywhere.
there's a lot
Change
of
your stuff.
change. Yeah.
Do it now.
I think I am going to change my content, not child friendly. My channel itself. Videos harder. Alex, are you going to mark Minecraft? God.
I've got Craft, BioShock, Half-Life. Those are not kid. One Man Army's not kid friendly because I say so.
Because I say so. It's my game. Sue me,
Yeah.
bitch.
Well, hey,
Oh,
this
by the
video's
way,
no longer.
yeah, I'm not PieJ
Okay, this video's
Podcasts
safe.
to be safe.
Is
This
not.
is not child friendly, okay? This channel's not intended for children. If parents let their kids watch my videos, that's on them. My videos, we can say, well, yeah, bitch, fuck. I won't say some crazy words, but
you know the.
Okay,
you
good.
know,
You just hit the PG-13 mark.
Yep.
yeah, there you go. This channel is not child friendly or child oriented. Now, I'm not planning on cussing forever or cussing all the time in this channel, but just so you know, this channel will possibly have bad words in it, meaning not child friendly. So do not sue me for this channel. Hi, Master J. little scarier because even if I do get through all my gaming before the end of the year, I'm in some trouble because I censor, or I did censor, my other videos like PieJ vlogs and stuff, because it's not that I'm trying to make my videos for children, but my own brother is 7 years old, and if he wants to watch one of my vlogs, I want him to be able to without hearing something naughty like fuck, you know? But now, with I've been hearing a lot of YouTubers say that if you just think logically, this is going to make YouTube even worse for children. Because so many channels are just going to starting the video with, hey, fuck you. Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
Alright, good. I'm good to go now.
Yeah,
I met my
exactly.
minimum requirements.
Exactly. That's not good. It's going to make it so much worse for children.
Okay, so how do I save as?
Look it up.
Don't you see a
Podcast.
little blue bar at the very top that says change settings?
Of my channel? Or...
Either way, let's keep
Okay,
talking.
sorry. I'll figure out
Alex,
myself.
Yes.
I assume you've had to have been thinking about what you're going to do.
Yes, I have been.
Ideas for different series and videos and channels itself. What are your plans?
Alright, so I'm going. So, as I have recently stated, I am marking all my stuff as not kid friendly because I never
Okay.
wanted it to be kid friendly because I'm not that kind of person.
Gotcha.
So,
What
as
are
of-
you? What about? Because we try pretty hard to not cuss on your channel, and you don't put anything explicit on your channel.
no, I think the worst I have is like Bioshock 1 and 2. Infinite was
Yeah.
not that bad.
So what are you gonna do about videos like Piecraft Syndicate where there's no cussing involved? There's no there's no boobs in the thumbnail. Like that could be potentially flagged as not child friendly. If what do you have plans for that? Or are you just gonna say that your channel is just not meant for kids and hope for the best? What
I
about those videos?
I think for all my Minecraft stuff, because as you know, I have like several different Minecraft series between different versions and whatnot. So I think I will take the risk for now
Okay.
because and leave it as not kid friendly because I know that if they were to go through and check my stuff that I don't think it would be for like one or two specific things. I think it would be a lot. And because it's going to be a lot of videos, I find it hard. Well, I don't want to say hard to believe because I'm sure there would be a chance, but I'm not sure how extreme they would go with the fining because I'm I'm hoping that they do something far better than just they see one of your videos that is incorrectly flagged and then boom, you get fined. Like I feel like they should give like one other option instead of getting fined. So I was almost thinking of just marking if I get any notification that I'll just mark all the Minecraft stuff as private and then leave it as that. But until I get told of something, then I'm gonna go as is. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably on pause for uploading anything for now, for at least until I think it was mid-December. Something was coming up. Something was gonna transpire. So I'm gonna wait to hear from that. But I know if they were able to track me down, me small little Zelinator on my little itty bitty sliver on YouTube, if they
Yeah.
managed to track me down, I'm sure they've tracked down many, many, many other people. So I'm sure I would not be the only one to have a whole bunch of my stuff.
Oh,
Um,
there's gonna be millions of people and videos that are gonna have an issue with this incorrectly settings, incorrectly inputted settings for channels. So many people are going to flag it as one way, and FTC or YouTube, whatever, is going to flag it the other way. There's going to be so much backlash for this if they don't kind of make a better system.
yeah, I think they would definitely need a better system on
Uh,
the whole what determines because YouTube said that they cannot give us any of the legal help. They were only able to give us the specific advice. So it really will come down to all the content creators and then straight through to the FTC.
yeah.
Okay, I
I,
got the entire channel. So do I have to go through like each video and determine?
I think if you mark the whole channel, then they all will get marked
Okay.
as that.
In that
yeah, I
case,
think because
I'm
you
back to the
marked the whole.
conversation.
Okay. I say
What did you
leave.
mark it as?
Hmm? Oh, I marked it as definitely not. No. Entire channel is not supposed to be viewed by children.
Yeah, my channel is definitely not made for children. Um, especially as I get older. Hopefully, I can hit 21 pretty soon because, uh, yeah, I'll include alcohol uh, in my videos when we get a drink
You
But you
just
legally.
go
still
ahead.
won't approach
But
politics.
but I mean, for other videos, vlogs such as us just going cliff jumping, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty colors. It's us having fun and jumping in water and playing and splashing.
I do not imagine me
They
jumping off
like
a rock is
it's
suitable
just
for children.
crazy to think about all the gray area and what I'm going to have to mark
That's the
child
thing.
friendly or
They
not because
haven't defined
it,
anything yet. They've defined what counts towards certain things, but they haven't defined
but they haven't
whether
defined how strict they're going to be.
Yeah.
like if it's like I use this to attract children or like it's piss me off.
Yeah, it's not fair. I think I'm definitely going to mark my channel as not child friendly. Um, okay, well, let's get something straight. The only child that I cared could watch my videos or not was my own brother. I could care less about any other child watching me. It's not made for children. Jonathan is 8 years old, and I want him to be able to watch my videos because he likes YouTube and he likes my channel and my name that I've set for myself. So I think for my channel, I'm definitely going to set it as not child friendly. And for now, I'm still going to make sure that the videos are child friendly. Not necessarily like, I'm still not making content for kids, but it will be viewable for kids if they watch it without hearing any bad words or, I'm back.
Did your internet die?
They reset it. I told them that they could. I completely forgot that Discord uses internet. I'm a dumb.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
sorry, it's been a while since I've had to abide by the whole allowing people to reset internet. But
I just don't tell my
we're,
parents to reset it.
we're back.
Uh-huh.
um, but yeah, I don't know where I left off for you guys.
Last I heard I think one of the last things, you definitely marked your channel as not kid friendly. You went on to the different stuff you were doing in your vlogs, living life and whatnot.
Basically, my channel will be not child friendly. I am not making content for children. As I grow older, there will most likely be more mature content, whether it be drinking, possible cursing, or what have you. I don't know what the future holds. For now, while my brother is the only child that I care about watching my video because he's my brother and he likes my videos. I want him to be able to watch it. So censoring will still happen on my channel, and making sure that it is watchable children is still going to be safe for my channel for now. As my channel evolves and grows, as I evolve and
Well,
grow.
technically, you're not supposed to let it be safe because if the
But that's the
FTC
thing.
said,
It's not like,
He
here's my
already
thing.
is.
Just like Minecraft, it's not, or Minecraft on Alex's channel specifically, I'm not making content that is made for children. So I'm not expecting any children to watch my channel. Yes, I have a 8-year-old brother who watches it. That's my one exception. But I don't make content for children to watch. I'm not trying to make content for children to watch. Um, the fact that I'm blurring bad words should be enough to show that I'm not making pure content, Christian Minecraft server content. Okay. Um, as far as other videos, like eating unicorn cupcakes and Thanksgiving smoothies, and Joey spins a fidget spinner for 3 minutes.
we made enough jokes for those to not be considered.
I don't know if I'm either going to stop having to do those videos or if I want to mark them as child friendly, because when I make videos, my issue right now is not the income, because income, I'm not getting anything. My issue is if I set my videos to child friendly, I'm not going to have any of the community anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose that, because community is like the only reason I like YouTube. It's the being able to put something out for people to watch and having people be able to comment and show me what they thought or what they liked or what they didn't like. That's the whole reason I made this channel, was to entertain others.
I just saw the picture of the people who watch my stuff.
Yeah. It's just
18 to 24, 77%.
really? Like that's another thing that's making me mad. It's like we're definitely not making children's content. Um it's so not fair to put us in this gray area. Those who have literal big channels on YouTube who are going to lose their jobs potentially for this, and channels that like us who don't get an income, but we're getting rid of our, freedom of choice, freedom of speech.
Technically, they're not taking away any of our freedoms by doing this. They're just
mean,
being not nice about it. You want to get legal with it.
we're choosing
Yeah,
to
but
set our channels to.
the freedom of choice isn't in the minutes. Hey,
It's hard. It's just a very sensitive topic, and obviously it's still welcome to change. Um, for those of you who are watching, for those of you who care, I'm probably, I don't even do this often. I'm probably going to post about it on my social medias and things. You can help. You can. The FTC has opened up way for you to actually go and give feedback on what you think of this and how it needs to be changed and
Can you give
helped
me the
and
link to that?
edited.
Do you have
I
it?
don't have the link currently. When I get the
It'll
link,
be
I
in
will
the
put it in the.
description.
It will be in the description once I have it. So make sure to go check it out and make sure to give your feedback. All kind words. Don't do anything that's inappropriate.
Oh, by chance, there's already something like that.
There probably is inappropriate comments, but that's not the point.
Most
Those
of
of
the
you
people
who
who care
truly
will only
want to
do good
help,
things.
yeah, if those of you who want to help, go give some honest feedback that this is just not the way to help children. It's making it worse because more people now, a higher percentage of people are just going to make their channels more not child friendly, and the same amount of kids are going to keep watching. That's, I think, what the FTC does not understand about this. Just because you're changing the rules of how we have to make and put out our videos and flag our videos,
It's not going to
that's not
change
changing
anything.
the amount of children who are going to be watching these YouTube videos.
It's sort of like people
It's the
restrict.
parents, you know?
It's sort of like
The
people
parents are the
restricting gun
ones.
rights because a 13-year-old has a gun in his possession. The thing is that kid, he didn't get that gun legally. I'm sorry, but it's like,
It's
nah.
not based on us who are making the content that are the reasons that children are watching the wrong kind of videos. Because yes, there is content on YouTube that children should not watch. But the creators are not the ones choosing if those children are watching it or not. The parents and the children themselves are the ones doing it. So don't hurt the
Us
creators, especially the creators
who
who,
don't monetize anything.
yeah, like we're not even big YouTubers, but this is still potentially either getting rid of our, community on YouTube or potentially fining us thousands of dollars who are college students with student loans. So please,
Not
Excessively, I
even
don't have
that.
student
Like,
loans.
if you
okay,
have kind words
Alex,
and
Mister
feedback,
gets paid
go
for
put
college.
go put some feedback into the link. It will be in the description below. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to cover about this? I mean,
It's
our
garbage.
channels, other channels that you've heard of being affected. Final thoughts about it?
Let's hope to keep seeing Game Theory because I like them. They're one of the
Yeah,
few tubers I
Game theory.
regularly watch. Well,
Yeah, same.
semi.
yeah. Film theory,
Yeah.
game theory, GT Live. They're just freaking with the wrong people. They are.
I've heard of a couple different but yeah, I don't know. The one I just watched today was Brizzy Voices. She's just another impressionist, and all her videos are like costumes, and characters, and Harry Potter and Disney and all these things that are just going to be flagged immediately because it has those names and brands in it. But stop. We're on a podcast. Professional.
Professional? When have I ever been
Professional-ish. This is
professional?
not Hi Master J where where I want to edit everything out. I have to watch this whole hour-long video to put in the correct edits.
True.
So
So let's leave that in.
Alright, well, anyways, so, if y'all want, because I actually did it a while back, but, so way back in, I think it was March, hold on, give me 30 seconds to pull it up. So yeah, way back in March, I don't remember if you remember when Google Plus went kerplooey, and they're saying, hey, all your stuff on there is gonna be gone, so I get it now? Well,
I do half remember that, yes.
alright, so, another thing, well, during that time, made sure to download my stuff. I didn't have very much. I think I
Could you
just had a
repeat
couple.
that question? You
Oh, well, well, if you remember from that time, I did choose to download my Google Plus stuff. It wasn't much from Plus itself. However, though, from that time, I downloaded all of my Google stuff. I checked every box that they had available. So I was left with 32 zip files, 50 gigabytes each. So I downloaded over the course of about 5 days 1.5 terabytes of all my Google stuff. One zip file had all my Google stuff and some YouTube videos. The other 31 were just videos. So
Wow.
if y'all want, so actually I'll type back soon. But recently, if y'all have noticed, I just bought this big old 12 terabyte external hard drive. So tying it back to the downloads, if y'all wanted, well, if you felt like taking, or if you wanted that to still have all your videos, you would be able to download them, and then I would be able to keep them on the
I
large
have
hard drive.
hundreds of uploads.
I have, hold on, how many videos do you think you have in total?
Uh, would I be able to tell in like video or something?
Yes.
I don't want to open. Keep talking. I'll look it up. I'll get the app really quick.
All right. So I had far, I guarantee I have far more videos than you. And
Yeah.
it's because I was more consistent way back when. So hold on, let's see.
Getting YouTube Studio.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling mine up as well. So let's see, because if I scroll through pages, minor complaint about Studio. I don't like how you can only see up to 50 videos each.
Might have complained about YouTube.
Same.
It might just get us all into like billions of dollars in debt.
That's the thing. I don't know if I'm going back and forth between being mad at YouTube because like
I am. Should
I'm
kept his
pissed that
freaking mouth
YouTube
shut.
is
All right, I have my
YouTube is
stuff.
the freaking reason that we are in this mess. But YouTube is not the one enforcing the rules. They're enforcing the rules because they're in trouble already. Anyway, go ahead,
All
Alex.
right. So I am at 327 videos in total. Plus,
I'm
how many live streams do I have? Plus 17 live streams. So every video I've been making since I downloaded the 1.5 terabyte archive, I have been keeping my stuff because I didn't want to go back and re-download it again. But the point is, if y'all still wanted, if worst comes to worst, if you wanted to download all your stuff now while you know it's still safe and accessible, I do have the physical storage space for it.
How did you personally
It was through my Google profile. Let me see if I pull it up quickly. But the general process was from my somewhere through my account. I There was a little way that I would um, download all my data. Actually, I found it right here. So then what it did was it took, I think, like a day or two. Well, once I chose what to keep, and then I chose the format, it took like a day or two, and then once the whole archive was ready, gave me the links for each individual file, and then I had, can't remember if it was like 1 week or 2 weeks, that I had to go through and download it all because once those 1 or 2 weeks was up. So I spent as many hours as I possibly could downloading that 1.5 terabytes, which is why it took me 5 days to complete.
Well, I don't have YouTube Studio's not giving me a number. So I'm just basing this off of what the first link when you set up my channel is, but I don't think that counts for some of my privated videos. but I have about 254 videos. Probably about 260 something then.
Alright, so you have about 100 less than me. Are all your videos as long as mine, though? Because I was going back, some of the season 2.
Wow. A lot of my videos lately have been. I'm having a good chunk of live streams lately.
Yeah, well, those are
That's
considered under. Actually, yeah, those would be a part of the channel.
yeah. This is just the list from looking up my channel on
Good.
which is all of the content. I don't know the ratio of regular videos to live streams. Anyway,
Hey, bub.
So yeah, there is a way from your Google account. If you just scroll down, or actually if you click data and personalization, scroll down, click download your data, boom, you could download all your Google stuff.
oof. Well, we might have to do that with what's coming up. So yeah, that's it, everybody. I mean, that's what COPPA is, and we wanted to kind of voice our opinion a little bit that it's wrong, that it has a good idea, but is not going about it correctly. Again, I will leave the link to where you can go and give some feedback. Please go give feedback. Anybody who watches this video, I know this channel has just started, but for those of you who do watch, go support it, please, because we need help just as much as all the big YouTubers on this platform do too. But yeah, that's about it from us. Thank you guys for joining me for the topic. I did.
I shared my thoughts.
That's about it for this video.
I'm just not sure how legal all of this is.
We're gonna find
It's
out
the
on January
federal
1st.
law. It's got
Yes,
to
but
be officially legal.
can they enforce the federal law on to an individual like this? That's the real question.
We're gonna find out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because with the amount of channels and videos there are, there's bound to be at least one person gets flagged. So definitely find out.
Yep. Man, that one person's gonna die. Considering,
they could just disappear to Alaska, never see anyone again.
They could. That's very true.
but also if anyone ever catches, like if they don't pay the or the fine, then they'll probably be arrested for tax evasion or some crap.
As long as
Maybe.
they get found.
True.
Well, that's it. That's all we got. So thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go to the link, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of PieJ Podcast.
Bye bye.
Bye.